Hey guys, Porkchopper here, and in today's video I'll be talking about my top 5 games of 2015. It's been one hell of a year for games, and there's been so many great ones out there, and it was really hard to make a top 5 list, but in the end there was only some that really stood out to me. Just as a disclaimer, I did not play every single game that came out this year. I really wanted to play Assassin's Creed, Life is Strange, and probably many more I cannot think of at the moment, but there's just so much time in the year and I couldn't play this great game. So if you're wondering why certain games aren't on this list, it's probably because I haven't played them or I just didn't like them. Anyway, enough chitter chatter. Here are my top 5 video games of 2015. I hope you enjoy the video. Number 5 on my list is Dying Light. I got this game about a week after its launch, as its first impressions on me after playing a demo the previous year wasn't the best. It had frame rate drops, the free running was binded to R1 which felt pretty much like a chore, and the world didn't seem alive to me. Fast forward to its release, I picked the game up and I loved it. Games have done free running before, and a lot of games have done zombies before, but Dying Light creates a unique gameplay experience with its day and night cycle, really immerses you into this world. Talking about the day and night cycle, it's one of the best achievements of this game. At daytime you scavenge, capture outposts, race to airdrops, help survivors out, you name it, whatever you do in a normal zombie apocalypse day. But as day turns slowly to night, the whole atmosphere of the game changes. You now become the hunted, and you have to get to the safe zone fast before the mutated zombies tear you into a million pieces. Most games make zombies more cannon fodder than actual flesh-eating monsters, which don't take no as an answer. To survive in this game you have to run a lot. As you start the game you have no skills and you can't take more than any few zombies at a time if lucky. It really is refreshing to have such a challenging experience, and again another feature that grounds you in this gritty world of Dying Light. With many open world games, the story isn't the best. The characters, though some interesting, lack any personality or any character development, and the arc of the story did feel very anticlimactic when you reach the end, but I won't say any more than that. Overall, Dying Light really does a zombie game exceptionally right. I mean, it's Techland's really first game, and I cannot wait to see what they do in the future, especially with Dying Light the following releasing this February. Number 4 on my list is Until Dawn. Now, I'm not a fan of horror games at all. Jump scares, you name it, I don't like it. So why I bought this game, let alone put it in my top 5 list of 2015, is because of the character development in this game. You take control of 8 characters on one horror flick adventure, deciding who they hate, trust, even love. At the beginning of the game you have your typical step-up guy, the rivalries, the love triangles, you name it, this game has it. But the story progresses, these simple once teenagers become characters you care about. Their relationships are something you want to hold on to. You see some characters turn into heroes and you will do anything, and yes, anything, to save them. By the end of the game, depends who survives or not, if any survive, they will have a small interview about their experiences within the game. Seeing how they felt little to nothing for some characters' deaths, but can't even look into the camera with the guilt of sacrificing someone else for their own good, really gets you in the feels. The story itself has its twists and turns, all help making the length of the game so it doesn't drag its feet. I won't say any more of that without ruining it for you. Except for the dialogue options, gameplay wise you can explore certain areas which may have artifacts, will give you more depth into the story, and totems that give you a small glimpse into the future. This can be either good or bad, making you cautious going forward. Very fast, quick time events keep you on the edge of your seat, and also moments where your controller has to stay perfectly still while a character isn't hiding really makes your heart beat. Until Dawn is the definition of a sleeper hit. If you like your story-driven games, this one is perfect for you. From its music to its scenery, Witcher 3 is truly an exceptional game. You play as Geralt, one of the last remaining witches on a quest to get rid of the Wild Hunt. I played the previous Witcher games but never completed them. However, the third installment into the series hooked me, and with 85 hours to date in the game, it was definitely worth it. Witcher 3 is an extremely ambitious game by CD Projekt, but they have pulled it off. The world is detailed and has so much to explore. Having actual interesting side quests in a open world game is extremely rare, which in some cases are actually better than the main story plot, and having a massive variety in beasts and humans alike to fight really just pulls you in. The music and art style of course are top notch, and the story, even though having some pacing issues, tells a magnificent story, and especially the last 10 hours have some of the best gaming moments this year. Every main character has depth, but I wish there was more after the main story was completed, and your choices really don't seem to affect the world once you beat the main story. This game would have actually had my number 1 spot, but it does have its flaws. The swordplay, though solid, after a while felt repetitive, mainly due to the lack of diversity in the skill trees, which didn't have any major skill trees that really spiced up the gameplay at all, and the potions I hardly even used as time to find the ingredients and make them wasn't even worth it. I could just go over there and kill that monster straight away. Overall, Witcher is the best open world game we've had in years, there's no doubt about it. So if you are looking for a game to sink hundreds of hours into and get lost in a world, look no further than The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt. Tales of the Borderlands follows 2 characters, Reese and Fiona. As the two become unlikely heroes and get in all sorts of trouble, the story really takes off. I thought this game would just keep the normal Telltale formula, so I was much surprised to see new mechanics which really spice the whole experience up. For example, being able to call in a customized loader bot to assist you. Fiona can collect cash and use it to bribe people and purchase items. Reese can use his Echo Eye location and scan objects in the environment which can give him an edge in a fight or solve puzzles. It is Borderlands after all, and you expect great art style and witty humour, and that's what Telltale deliver. It's just amazing. Also, the choices you do make in the game have a nice impact later on, and it does have much more to offer than most Telltale games do in case of choices. There's much more I can say really without ruining it, but I would definitely recommend it. It took me a while to get this game and I only played it a few weeks back, and I'm very grateful I did. If you've ever played Telltale games before or want to get into it, it is of that high quality as you would expect from Telltale, and it's great. Most games on this list have been story driven, so it may be a surprise to see Bloodborne take my number 1 spot for 2015. This game has a dark and mysterious storyline which you discover even after several playthroughs, and it really is satisfying. Those secrets that the developers won't even tell you nor the story just make it so much more worthwhile. Not just that, but just look at the art style, the character designs all fit into the beautiful world with so much hidden lore that I still can't wait to find even after hundreds of hours in this game. What makes Bloodborne special though is its gameplay. You would think after putting over 100 hours into this game, even platinum the game, that I would have had enough, but the fact is I would play it all over again due to how enjoyable and fluid the gameplay is. I have played the Souls series before. I didn't beat any of them, nor anywhere near them, but I think the reason I enjoy Bloodborne so much is because I feel it's more faster paced than the Dark Souls series and more risk and reward for them as well, and I think I am a bit older now, I want more challenge in my games, and that's what Bloodborne fulfills so much and so well. I'm really looking forward to Dark Souls 3, as it seems to be combining the Dark Souls series and Bloodborne together, which really excites me. Yes, it's Bloodborne, it can be tough at times. You may need a new controller, or 2, but this game never stops giving. Getting that boss an inch closer to death itself is so worth the hours to get there. So once you kill a boss in a flawless run like this, there's no greater feeling in the world. This is my top 5 games of 2015, I hope you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe for more, and have a good day.